Hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Folklore. So this time we're just going to ignore Ellen again. Except we're not. We'll take
Keith
care
is
of you.
always so disappointed in you.
We're going to go to you, Sugar. Nah, don't worry. So yeah, this nether world that we're going to be visiting in this chapter is slightly different.
Oh, hey, she's actually having a thing. Charlotte gets to be important for once.
No, actually, that's not Charlotte. The hair is different.
Oh.
That was Cecilia.
Oh, okay. Well, she gets to be important for once.
I mean, she has been important all this time. But I can see... I can see why you would confuse it, because it is exactly the same house as the one in which Charlotte lives.
It is. You just love the hair physics on Ellen, don't you?
Like, if you put hair physics, I am going to abuse them.
Be like
That's
a
what...
frickin' donkey whip. Jesus.
I mean, if you put any kind of physics in any game, you want to abuse them to no end, like to see how you can glitch them. But we already knew that her mother had a hatred towards Cecilia.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Let's check in with the doctor.
Well,
Now
I mean,
she just stares at the mirror all day.
I mean, she just doesn't want to tend that moss anymore.
I can't blame her.
Yeah.
Must be a lot of upkeep.
So yeah, nobody's here outside of the landlord.
Alright then.
Hmm.
I miss when the deer head used to talk to us.
I hate the deer head. He's an asshole.
That's why he's great.
So yeah, so in case you didn't remember, this is kind of a refresher of what this place looks like, and yes, it is exactly the same. And yes, Charlotte does look different from Cecilia, although not by much. So yeah, here she actually gives you a hint that today's missions are actually going to be in daytime. I wrote
She
down
straight
a
up tells you
quest.
she got up a side quest.
You dum-dum. What's also interesting, this chapter does not have any night quest or even night DLC. So pretty much everything you can do during the day. Huh.
Well,
Nobody's
whatever.
here, and he wasn't even at the... he wasn't even hogging the internet this time around. I just need to check that he wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Where's Gomez? Why
I
isn't
even
he staring at the fucking phone, like the fucking light post? Hell.
Yeah, he's not at the henge either, trying to get Wi-Fi. That's what henges do, right?
Yeah, that was the original. That's what Stonehenge was originally created for. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Say what now?
They just sit at the pub all day, really.
And the king of the fairies is a fucking asshole. So
Yeah, he wouldn't grant you any wishes.
for real. Oh my.
Hmm.
So this time we're going out before Keats.
Yep. Weirdly enough. Thank you, Alan.
Seriously.
You're not an outsider. You ought to know that. Well, fine, I'll whip my braid at you. So yeah, he's not at the lamppost. This is actually the first time where we have to go to his house.
Goodness. He actually has a house.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he always had it, he just didn't use it.
He's got an iron will, man, let me tell you. I am a busy adult with many important things to do.
By everyone, you mean like 4 people, right?
That's not for short. That's the same letters.
Yeah.
And syllables. What's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you just call her Lou?
Yeah, that would be shorter.
Like,
Why don't you call her Morticia for short?
why don't you call her Bread Quanda for short?
Leticia, Keisha, Bonicia.
Yep. Where have we seen that design before?
Hmm.
I like how it looks like he's just kind of shrugging.
And we've seen that design before.
Oh, yes, we have.
Yeah, I don't really have any more reason to stick around.
Except side quests.
Except, yes, but they're all done at night, and I actually do them right here and right now.
Ah.
Except in another video, but like, you know, I cut it out.
If only she hadn't come to this village, she wouldn't have lost her life. Right.
I always wonder why they didn't actually pre-render those cutscenes, because all things considered, I did notice a bunch of things just kind of fucking up a little bit whenever they play. Like for example, in one scene where you find Dr. Lester killed. For a split second you can see that the lighting effects have not loaded in, so the ground is really bright. Or like whenever she enters the portal, you can see how it slows down a little bit. Because,
I'm just starting to wonder what's up with that lighthouse.
this will make sense later.
So, all fairies were born from darkness. Gee, good to know.
This is basically this place is basically they kind of describe it as a realm of people who don't believe into anything, into life after death.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a depressing place. But what I like to call this realm is Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Yeah, you'll see, especially with some of the enemies in this place.
Oh my.
Looking at you, Ellen. So yeah, I decided to choose an appropriate cloak for this level.
Does it actually help, or does it just look cool?
I don't think it helps as much, but there aren't any folks that use water in this level. But there are folks that use destruction element, I believe, or maybe slash. In any case, it's better than the water one, because the water one only gives you resistance to water.
The water one's kind of the worst cloak.
No, the worst cloak is the one you start off with.
Well, at least
Now-
that one looks cooler.
Now, this level has an interesting shtick. You always have to follow the clock. In every single one of those rooms like these, there will be clock or multiple clocks, and you have to follow the one that enters a door. Otherwise, you will be looping forever, not being able to find where you're supposed to go. Although I believe they're actually the same every single time, so you may just follow a guide. And this folk that I have right now, set on the triangle, is something I got from the side quest. It's actually quite entertaining to use, because it's a walking bomb, and quite a powerful one at that. But yeah, the general idea of
don't seem to be very useful.
it does actually do quite a lot of damage. I mean, you see it took care of it in 2 shots, but the arc at which it jumps is just super awkward. Yeah, like you see, it actually is quite powerful. But yeah, what's also not helpful, you don't get the map for this place at all.
Oh. Cornucopia.
It's
Jesus.
adorable. And it does a little laugh at the end.
Alright. Sheesh.
Like that. It's actually pretty powerful, and but sadly it does not explode on contact. So yeah, you're likely to miss with it a lot. But yeah, this netherworld can be quite aggravating. More so, actually, because they start messing with the whole clock mechanic by basically putting a whole bunch of dummy clocks. They're fake, and they will actually trip over on their way to the doors that you're supposed to enter. Or they will just they will actually like enter the doors and disappear, and those are actually fakes too. So
Wow.
but I don't think it's actually like, well, I mean, it's possible to miss them if you like go after them, immediately turn around and you know, just kind of not look when they're entering the doors. But I think they actually do wait for you to get within the area for them to do the animation. But also, what makes the labyrinth a little bit more bearable. You actually don't have to defeat a single folk as you go through them. You can just run straight after the clock as he enters the right doors.
I wonder what's in all those books.
Sorry,
And he's not a clock anymore.
Nope. And you've seen him disappear like somewhere in there, somewhere too, in the second door from the top on the right. Sort of, like in the peripheral vision. Now, all of these, yeah, watch out for those. They explode. But as long as you're destroying them with a folk that's resistant to destruction element, it shouldn't be a problem because they will actually block the damage. And I got a level up.
Level ups don't matter though.
Yep, they don't. They really do not. Invincibility frames do actually matter though. Now you may be wondering what the hell is wrong with this guy just standing there. He has a pretty interesting shtick, as in he's not active and invulnerable to he's invulnerable to everything, as long as you don't hit him with electricity. Once you hit him with electricity, he actually becomes weak to pretty much everything.
Huh. Alright.
But then he also starts attacking. So yeah, keep that in mind. You do actually want to get him, because from what I remember, he can actually be pretty useful. Though I don't think I use him in either the side quests or the main quest. I'll just try to do that in the next chapter. And sadly, none of those crystals actually have anything in them. So yeah, only this guy is remaining now.
Okay. He's a Humpty.
Mm-hmm. It seems that even electricity damages him.
Certainly take punishment.
And as you see, the walking bomb actually has quite a range to it.
Yeah.
So even if you're not spot on with it, it can actually be pretty. It can actually be pretty powerful. Super explosion.
Keep robbing us of drops, man.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're only there to explode in your face, which is not very nice. So yeah, here I'm just kind of eeny meeny which one it actually was.
It was the one on the right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure as hell going to use Hanky to fight those.
Yeah, no. don't do that.
Yeah, I like from that picture, I remembered the most aggravating enemy in this location, which isn't actually quite as aggravating
No, don't
anymore.
do that, you fool!
Yeah. If you go to the wrong, I'm not 100% sure if that was. I'm almost 100% sure that it was the wrong location. You just need to destroy those crystals, and I think you can then leave. I don't know if there is any particular order to it. Sometimes destroying them will cause enemies to appear, and now we need to pull out our boobs.
It's been a while since we've used the booby.
Yes, and actually he comes in really handy in this chapter. Because, like, in the last one I did actually want to use him, but the problem was pretty much every water monster was resistant to wind. So using him made no sense, because I had to keep pulling him in and out. Now, Answerer. This guy, I like to call him Invincibility Nazi. Because the moment he starts pulling out his blade hands, he's completely invulnerable. On top of that, he also blocks your attacks. Like that. With the shield. If I remember correctly, they're also required for leveling up for some folks.
But I think I do actually check it later, or maybe even now, because I distinctly remembered something requiring to kill answers, and I didn't remember if any of that was actually any useful. Or I know that one of Alan's folks requires that, and I think some of Keats's ones also require that. Yeah, went through them like twice. Nope, nope, nope. Yes, and it's here. It's the electricity buttfish. Not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it.
Not worth it. 5 answer with this guy. And I'm just kind of checking what other requirements there may be. Answer himself is pretty much exactly the
Same as another similar folk we had before. He's slash elemental, and he just kind of spins around when you use him to attack. Not all that great, but can be handy for a very certain situation. And you've seen that whole thing was invincibility frames. Only I am allowed to abuse those. So yeah, I think this is what happens when you choose the wrong doors. You have to go through a torture chamber like this one. And I'm not actually sure if I don't think you actually do have to replay the entire thing right from the start. It just takes you back to the last room you messed up in, so it's not as evil.